I'm okay. I just smoked another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up? And welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live, MoreSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy Joe, my guy Spinmo Rex. Uncle Pete on the ones and twos. I'm sorry, Uncle Pete's in the TD booth. Nick's in the ones and twos.
Let's go.
If you haven't already, please make sure to smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Spinny, your boys did it.
We did.
How you feeling?
I feel great. And we're going to get into that, but we have much bigger fish to fry
What?
to start this show.
What are you, friggin' 70 years old?
We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger hogs to wrestle. Because officially, from the Detroit Lions,
Yep.
Cam Sutton has been cut. And here's the breaking news. The Detroit Lions have released cornerback Cam Sutton. I don't know. I think he's still on the lam. I think he still hasn't been in contact with police. But Cam Sutton has officially been released from the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
Easy, what do you mean? How you feeling? What do you mean?
You say, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure I wasn't tripping there.
What do you mean?
I don't mean anything. I guess I'm very curious where this guy's at right now. There's no reports of like where he's been. I think Stick put it in the group chat that like people seen his plates in Florida, but there's no date on that information. It's a really ugly situation, to be honest with you, Spinny, that I'm not too comfortable talking about because like.
I hope he's alive.
That's what I'm saying.
I hope the guy's alive.
Yeah.
I hope the guy is alive and healthy at the very least. I hope the victim of the crime
Well, he's definitely not healthy.
is healthy. He's definitely not healthy. He's definitely
not in a
going
good
through
state
some
of
things
mind.
right now. It's scary, man. It's scary. And the Lions have cut ties with him. I mean, we kind of assumed that that's what was going to happen based on how this organization operates, based on their basically no tolerance policy for things like this. And
Yeah, and if the victim was a female, and I guess we're hearing it's his girlfriend, our team owner is a woman.
yes,
Sheila Ford Ham.
she is him, by the way.
She is him and or her, whichever she prefers. But you got to know, there's no way that you're going to abuse a woman and then stay on a team owned by a woman, or at least majority owned by a woman. It's just silly stuff. But, yeah, I mean, we'll get into that one, too. We're going to do a whole segment on that one so our guy Ryan could clip it, unless you just want to do it now. I
Yeah, I figured we'd just do it now, so we can just knock it out.
we'll pre-communicate that.
That's why I did. I said we're doing it off rip.
What?
When Noah was in here asking what we're going to do, and I was like, we're going to do the Cam Sutton thing off rip.
Oh, how about you tell me that?
Sorry. I mean, just listen.
Or you could tell me. Who's this JUCO monster?
JUCO Monster, there are some graphics in there, Pete. Could you pull up the RAS score one of this kid who played in JUCO?
The JUCO monster.
It shows the RAS scores. It's like a RAS score
RAS.
sheet. It shows all the different scores, and there's two boxes.
Boom. Here it is.
Yep. So this is Antonio Alfano. He's a former #1 overall recruit. He just blew up the athletic testing. Despite now being at a JUCO, it is easy to see why he was once an Alabama signee, since he's one of the best athletes in NFL draft history. So here it is. He had a 9.98 universal score. Look at all those elite traits. Elite in height, weight, vertical, broad jump, 40-yard dash, shuttle cone, and the 3-cone split. He's a defensive end. And this is insane, dude.
Hey, you know what? Let me hit that.
That's
6'5", 285, 40-inch vertical, 11-foot broad jump, 4.47 40 time. This dude's a monster, bro.
Where did he do his pro day at?
I'm not sure. Probably his college.
I'm very curious because you know how it is sometimes with pro days. Sometimes I feel like colleges do little favors every once in a while. But I'm assuming this guy being a JUCO guy, he may have gone to a bigger school to do his pro day, just like some of the guys do, like CMU or you know what I'm saying. There's not enough guys at that university that go to like a bigger university's pro day to take part in it. I'm very curious. I have so many questions. Why did he leave Alabama?
I mean, I'm sure he dealt with something. He had a situation that forced him to leave Alabama because he was an Alabama recruit. He was the #1 recruit.
That's the most vague.
I don't want to say, he fought somebody or he was smoking weed or something like that.
That's what I mean. What did happen?
Why do guys go to JUCOs? It's normally because they get into some kind of either academic or disciplinary situation to where they have to leave the college. And academic or disciplinary, regardless, the man is an athlete. So he's going to make some team, probably not the Lions, but he's going to make some team extremely happy in this draft.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Probably not the Lions, just because obviously we had what was considered a generational guy at defensive tackle position, and they passed up on him. It was just Detroit Lions that passed up on him, by the way, too.
No, a lot of teams did.
A lot of teams passed up on him. Ended up going, I think, 10th? Was Virginia card 9th?
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I don't know, man. I want to be excited about this, but he's not going to be Detroit Lion. Fuck him.
He's going to be a steal in the draft wherever he goes. And again, I don't know why he was in JUCO, but you can assume it is either a disciplinary or a academic situation.
Maybe he didn't go to Alabama to play school. You know,
we don't go here to play school.
Shout out Cardell Jones.
On November 4th, 2019, Alfano transferred from Alabama University to Colorado, or to the University of Colorado. On May 29, 2020, it was reported that he was no longer a member of the Colorado football team. As of August 19, 2020, Alfano was reinstated to the football team. There's still no... I'll look into it. I'll have to do a deep dive in that one. Or maybe look for some interviews. See if he... I guess is a
James Harden says, what did he get on the Wonderlic? The Wonderlic means absolutely nothing. Like nothing at all. I never want to hear anybody say anything about the Wonderlic, especially for quarterbacks. Because you remember what the big thing was? C.J. Stroud had the worst Wonderlic of all time. C.J. Stroud scored a 5 on the Wonderlic or whatever. Well,
C.J. Stroud's was like the S2. That was like supposed to be the new one that was like better than the Wonderlic.
Yeah, and he went out there and he had the best rookie season of all time.
This is no way, shape, or form of disrespect towards football players or athletes at all. But like, I think Rob Gronkowski, because being considered like one of the GOATs, especially at his position, you don't need to be a fucking brainiac to play the sport of football. You really don't. You can put it out there. You can be really good. Yeah. You should be really good at the sport. Mm-hmm. Another example, and maybe this one's going a little too far, but also not. Jamal Charles, you're the one that brought it to my attention. He participated in the Special Olympics. Went on to become one of the best running backs.
He won the Special Olympics.
Won the Special Olympics.
Yes.
Unfair.
It's kind of unfair, but I mean, hey.
Yeah, shout out to him, gold medalist there.
He went and did a speech there after. It's a great story.
It is a great story. Yeah, you don't have to be like super sharp between the ears to play the sport of football. I'd even venture off to maybe even the quarterback position, just because like Brett Favre.
I
mean, maybe that's because Brett Favre like dwindling through age and CT and whatnot to doing what he did recently.
Picks to random girls.
Yeah.
Defrauding, insurance companies.
Not the greatest. Not the greatest look there.
Brett Favre's a piece of shit. Like everybody knows that. Brett Favre is a terrible human being, but that man could throw a pigskin, and damn does he wear some Wranglers. Like it's you don't got to be a genius to play football. It helps if you're super smart for sure, but you don't got to be a genius to play football. You got to know ball. I don't care if you get a 1080 on your SAT or 1800 or I don't know. I took the ACT. I didn't take the SAT, so I don't know what a good score on the SAT is. But as long as you're football smart, you're going to be fine. The Wonderlic means nothing to me.
I know a lot of dumb people that are football smart. Puts you that way. I'm just kidding. I offended all my friends who think they know football.
Jacob Ohm says you can be dumb as a rock and still know ball. It's facts.
Very, very, very true. Good luck to Oakland tonight as they go into battle.
Shout out Oakland. Shout out Neil Rule. They got tough, man. Kentucky's got, we know it's Kentucky, so they always got dudes, but they got like 3 guys on that team that shoot over 40% from 3. Like, shout out Neil Rule. Shout out my boy Trey Townsend, future Spartan dog. Sorry, Neil, but he's coming to MSU next year, baby. You better believe it. And I was the original moving factor behind that.
I remember.
I was the first Michigan State scout to put eyes on Trey Townsend at Oakland. We were at the game, dapped up Sada baby, chilling with some people politicking, and we were watching Rocket Watts versus Amani Bates. It was Eastern versus Oakland, and that was because Rocket, former Spartan, 586 member, Warren represent. So Rocket's my guy. So we went there to support, which will watch a great game.
Townsend's the one that went off.
Yeah, we were watching Oakland. I was like, dude, this kid's a monster. Yeah. He was outboarding everybody. He was dunking on people. And he's like a finalist for Horizon League Player of the Year this year. He's a walking double-double. Trey Townsend, you're going to look great in green and white, my dog.
Quick update for the people that do dabble in sports betting. Plus 13.5 underdogs tonight for Oakland. There's been much bigger spreads beaten than that. Plus 660 for the money line. OU, let's see what you got. I'm looking forward to this game tonight.
Yeah, you guys got it's 13.5. You taking it?
I don't know. You're putting me on spot. No, probably not.
You?
I don't know.
13.5?
I do like Townsend, though.
Probably
I will say
not,
that.
Probably
bro.
not, man.
Yeah, probably not.
I feel like it should be a bigger spread than that. I think it should.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like 17.
That's respect. Yeah,
It might
that's
be easy
respect.
money then going the other way. No offense to Oakland, but
No offense to Oakland, but
we know
I mean,
what Kentucky
Oakland's
is.
they're a deep team. They're an old team. Like they got a lot of guys that have played
Yep.
there for multiple years, played together for multiple years. So expect them to get out to a good early start versus Kentucky. But how these early tournament games work is that normally happens. You punch them in the mouth, and then the talent and everything takes over for the higher seed most of the time. So it should be a fun game to watch, though.
Yeah.
Joey 2 times. Oh, go ahead, Nick.
I forget what the guard's name is exactly. I don't know if it's Goki or Lampman, but one of the guys can spark. He was sparking in the championship game.
For
He just
Oakland?
comes in and just he slings it from deep. So if that guy can get hot again, and then Townsend in the middle, maybe they have a chance to really hang in this game and make it close down the final 2 minutes. Easy.
I'll be tuning in for that one. Regardless, shout out to guy Neil Rule on the call.
Shout out to Neil.
Good
Shout
luck to
out to Trey.
Oakland.
Shout out to Rocket. Got a lot of guys I want to see succeed on that Oakland team. So
Big F you to Booner for just trashing our parlay this morning. Just, I was for some reason I just believed in the parlay he sent. Nick, how'd yours do?
Bad. I lost money. So
Both of them did bad.
I just took the Sparty one. Shout out the center for Mississippi State getting in foul trouble. So I have not started hot today. So maybe I will dabble in something tonight, try to get it back, which
I'm gonna take
always,
that 13.5.
always is never
I'll tell you
smart.
what. Shout out to my boy Griffin, fellow Spartan dog at the network. We were back there getting rowdy for this game. It's awesome to watch. Very fun. We're gonna talk about that.
Shout out Griffin. Saw him on the morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did very
Congrats to Griff. Yeah.
Talking about the March Madness.
well. Yeah, he's talking about Michigan State.
Hell yeah.
He did very well in the morning show.
Booner complimented Michigan State's start to the game.
He was jinxing us. he
Spenny
knows
kicked
what
him
he
out
was
of the group
doing.
chat.
He went in the group chat and he said, "Congratulations on the natty, Spenny. Oh, they're gonna win a natty." And the only time he started commenting was after Mississippi State went on a 7-0 run. So he knows what he was doing. He's trying to play cute and innocent, but he knows what
he
he's
bet
doing.
on Michigan State.
Yeah, but he doesn't give a shit.
He does. He likes money.
He knows what he was doing, and I told him it's gonna keep happening.
Spenny had a quick trigger.
Yeah,
When we
I
get
got time
back,
for that shit.
we'll go into a little bit more details with Cam Sutton stuff. If you guys missed it in the beginning of the show, he's officially released by the Detroit Lions.
Did you see the Shohei stuff?
No.
So Shohei's interpreter has been fired because Shohei Ohtani bailed him out by paying his gambling debts of almost $5 million
What the
to a bookie
in America?
in America. Yeah, and like
There's still bookies? Why?
Shohei is
$50
like,
million.
everybody's saying it's like it was Shohei's gambling debts. There's tinfoil that it was Shohei's gambling debts, and like they're just blaming the interpreter so Shohei doesn't get Pete Rosed.
I don't believe it.
What? Like, it's
I
a
feel like
story.
It's
Shohei-
100% a story.
Yeah, what
and
do you mean?
Shohei,
I'm sorry. I just don't believe that it was. I don't believe that
Shohei
Shohei
had
gambling.
in his contract that if his interpreter and other guys get fired, he can void his entire contract with the Dodgers.
Like, wait, why would he have that? The Dodgers put that in there.
Yeah, but like that was part of the contract that if certain guys, including his interpreter, get fired or leave the organization, he can like void his whole contract.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
Why would that be a thing?
Jeff Passan put it out there. Dude, baseball contracts are wild.
That's such a random thing to have in a contract.
Yeah. When you're the best player in the history of baseball, like you can do whatever the fuck you want.
No,
that's like Russell Wilson saying, "I need my own office."
No,
that's like Russell Wilson saying, "I
that
need
makes
these
sense.
guys to
But
come
like,
here."
why would the Dodgers void his contract for his interpreter?
No, he could void it. He could void his own contract and just walk away
if his interpreter gets fired.
if his interpreter or certain people. But like everybody's saying that Shohei asked him to get fired because he stole his money to gamble with. It's a really weird situation, dude.
we have to do some more research on that one.
Yeah, a lot of gray area with like the
Yeah.
whole.
They're saying
with
like
the
he
language
stole
barrier.
Shohei's money
Yeah,
and gambled
that's-
with it, but it's like it smells weird. It smells like Shohei had a gambling problem.
What? Yeah.
And this guy's the fall man.
What is Shohei saying? Please take the over on other teams' runs playing for the Angels. You know, like our pitching blows here. So like, is he giving them some inside? I don't know exactly, but when you have that much money,
I know we're a little bit over, but now that's the thing. We gotta give some clear details. This is from Jeff Passan on Twitter. The latest on the firing of Shohei Ohtani's interpreter amid questions about the transfer of $4.5 million from Ohtani's bank accounts to a bookmaking operation under federal investigation from ESPN's Tisha Thompson. It reads, initially a spokesperson for Ohtani told ESPN the slugger had transferred the funds to cover Mizrahi's gambling debt. The spokesman presented Mizrahi to ESPN for a 90-minute interview Tuesday night, during which Mizrahi, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Mizrahi laid out his account in great detail. However, as ESPN prepared to publish the story Wednesday, the spokesman disavowed Mizrahi's account and said Ohtani's lawyers would issue a statement. In the course of responding to recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei has been the victim of a massive theft, and we are turning the matter over to the authorities. Read the statement from Burke Bretler, LLP. The spokesman declined to answer any further questions. The statement did not specify whom they believe perpetrated the alleged theft.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either.
Yeah.
Shohei was making bets. Got caught. Dude's the fall man.
Face of the league. You know how long they've been just trying to prop up well, I guess all of it's worthy, but they've been propping him up trying to make baseball this thing, and he goes down for betting. They're going to try everything in their power to not get this guy, completely cooked with it.
Yeah.
It's
a wild situation.
Because even if he didn't do it, but because the money came from his account,
paid the guy. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's yeah. Yeah, because I will say this: if it's being turned over to authorities, maybe he's good. We'll watch this. We'll cover this one as it unfolds. That is wild.
We'll figure it out. And we're gonna talk about the Cam Sutton stuff up next. But first, let me tell you about Jack Labrador, because football season is officially over and spring training is right around the corner. However, Jack Labrador is 24/7, 365 days a year. Learn how to play on your phone now at jacklabrador.gg. 2 new symbols in a franchise-changing three-point play. And remember that once you go Jack, you never go back. Go to jacklabrador.gg now and join in on the fun. And let me tell you about Grand Slam Fest. It is Woodward Sports' biggest party of the year. You want to see me in all my glory? This is where I thrive. This is the best day of the year for me. I love opening day. So come down to Grand Slam Fest. It's Friday, April 5th, starting at 9 a.m. It's in the Detroit Opera House parking lot. You can get tickets at GrandSlamDetroit.com. Come join us, have fun, and we're going to be giving away some tickets today. But you guys got to get us to the like goal or we're not doing it. I'm just saying. We'll set the like goal at 200 likes. If we don't get there, no tickets. But it's a lot of fun. Come join us. Have a good time. Opening day, Friday, April 5th, 9 a.m. Grand Slam Fest at the Detroit Opera House parking lot.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for 2 things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party, it's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
Hey, if you're tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports merch, you can go to woodwardsports.com, click on shop, the hoodies, the hats, and the t-shirts that are guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest Detroit sports gear right now at woodwardsports.com. Click on shop. Back to the heavies.
Buongiorno.
How you doing?
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Press that like button there.
200 likes. 200 likes, and we'll give away tickets to the Grand Slam Fest. That's on you guys. And it's one of you. We're not giving away on Twitter or anything. I'll ask a question, put it in the chat. First one to answer it, boom, you get 2 tickets. You, your friend, your girl, whoever, can come party with the heavyweights at all of Woodward Sports downtown for opening day.
If you guys follow the heavyweights specifically since their inception, you know it's a good time.
Yes.
I'm just saying. We'll leave it at that.
Where do you think all the video for our opening intro comes from?
Exactly.
Grand Slam Fest.
All right, moving into a little bit more of a lesser exciting discussion.
Yes.
Cam Sutton still missing. The Detroit Lions officially released him from the team. Sounds like they're still going to be somewhat responsible for a lot of the salary cap. Did you put the one I said?
Yeah.
Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. So this is from Spot Track over on Twitter. This is the outright release. Lions take on $19.2 million of dead cap, forfeiting $6.5 million of cap space. Essentially, so that 12.6 will carry into June, and obviously the cut will finally take place, and they'll be able to do it the same way Russell Wilson's contract was done, divvied up between 2 years, it looks like here. So $12 million the first year, $6 million the second year. We just got to eat it.
Spot Track also put out a tweet that said, based on pending investigations, the Lions will almost certainly be looking to void the $10.5 million salary guaranteed.
Yes.
And are also eligible to attempt to recoup $8.72 million of Cam Sutton's $10.9 million signing bonus. All of that is TBD for now, however. So they're going to be able to get some of this money back, but this is, like we talked about, this is a scary situation. I don't know if this guy's alive or not. Like, it's for a athlete that has this much exposure, a professional athlete, to be just MIA for 2 weeks is pretty wild. I don't know if he's in Cuba. I don't know if he's in the Keys. Like, you're in Florida, you could go wherever you want, really. This is pretty wild stuff, though. This is a wild situation. I hope he's okay. I hope everyone involved is okay. But the Lions have cut ties with him, and we talked about it in the beginning. We kind of saw it coming because of the Lions' kind of non-tolerance policy for this kind of stuff.
Zero tolerance.
Zero tolerance policy for this kind of stuff. We saw this coming, where Cam Sutton has been cut by the Detroit Lions, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. I was never really comfortable speculating, like, where he is in terms of, like, alive or not. It's just wild, but that's what we're dealing with right now. It is kind of a wild thing to speculate, but we really don't know. We really don't know. And, yeah, and then the modern era of being able to track you through your car, through your phone, both pieces have cameras on it. It's kind of wild. And, obviously, Detroit Lions going to have to eat the cap for now. I see Joey 2 times. Say my man's a millionaire. He could be on a yacht. That's very possible, too. He's also an athlete. Maybe he swam to Cuba. You never really know. But as of now, he's officially no longer a Detroit Lion. And the Detroit Lions are going to have to just eat it in terms of cap space for this year. It's still kind of uncomfortable to speak on because we don't know his situation. But regardless, in the past, the way this has worked out, there's been teams, I think it was like the Patriots with Aaron Hernandez. They're given a cap rebate after everything was kind of arbitrated and figured out, like, okay, do we still owe this money since, we passed the date or whatever and whatnot and voided whatever the contract may have in there with player misconduct. It ended up being a cap rebate, but it was years later. Mm-hmm. So that's what the Detroit Lions are looking at. And ultimately, I have to have this to say is that Detroit Lions are still like 10th in the league in cap space.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an ugly conversation to have because we don't know his whereabouts. I'm not very comfortable celebrating or kind of being concerned about that because it's just a weird situation. I think we should be happy with the fact and know that Brad can cook regardless between the the $20+ million we have right now, which again is currently 10th in the league.
The first things first in this situation is you hope that the victim is okay. You hope that nothing too serious happened with her injuries and that she's okay. Second thing, you hope Cam Sutton's okay. You hope he is alive and well.
Yeah.
And third, he needs to turn himself in and face due process. And then finally, you can look at it from the Lions' perspective of they cut him. It's over for Cam Sutton with the Detroit Lions. He's no longer a part of this organization. And we'll see how the cap situation and all the money settles itself. But like Spotrac said, and as we all assumed before we even knew that they're going to do something to recoup the money, or there's got to be some kind of contract contingency for a situation like this. But again, Cam, just hope the guy's alive.
Yep.
Like, it's scary when you have someone who hasn't been in contact with anybody in 2 weeks.
Alan W. brings up a great point, too, and I've caught myself wondering the same thing because, of course, sometimes you're kind of wondering what the hell's going on, and obviously you kind of wonder, like, the worst of it at times. And then I got to thinking, like, how does that affect the locker room? How does that affect the year? Will they be able to say, hey, we did it for our brother? Because at the end of the day, they still had a close relationship with him. I'm assuming some people did on the team. Obviously, probably more so the defensive players. But I don't know, man. That is a great question. How do you think it affects the team? Nick?
Yeah, I mean, this is just such a crazy situation. I mean, you never even think that this could be anything besides out of a movie script. You know, this is a professional athlete that's been missing for over 2 weeks now. Like, that's absolutely insane. And obviously, everyone's thinking about the victim. Hopefully, her mental health's okay, along with her physical health, that she doesn't have bearing issues for the future. But it makes me kind of think about what situation this Lions team is in kind of going forward, besides, you know, everything that's on the surface with what's actually going on with Cam Sutton. Who's going to be cornerback? Who's going to be the cornerback for this team, Eazy, moving forward? Eazy and Spencer, who you guys think cornerback 2 is?
Also, before we get into that, we touched on it a little bit yesterday. Warrant Wednesdays is wild. Like them putting that out there is Warrant Wednesdays. Like, it's, you know, Throwback Thursday is pretty wild. I'm not going to lie. But that's Florida for you. They do things different down there in the dirty South. But quarterback 2 for me is Amik Robertson right now. When you look at the roster, who you've got on the roster today, cornerback 2 for me is Amik Robertson. We'll see what Emmanuel Mosley looks like. You know, maybe his glass bones and paper skin are patched together and he can play more than 2 snaps. That contract now, I'm not as mad about it anymore because you don't have Cam Sutton, so I'm not as mad about the Emmanuel Mosley contract now. But you still need to add another corner, whether it's in the draft, whether it is a free agent. I personally lean towards the draft, honestly, because I think I'm comfortable with Amik Robertson being cornerback number 2 on the outside. You look at the matchups that you could have them on, just in the division. You look at the Bears.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, Carlton Davis. DJ Moore, Amik Robertson. You look at the Packers. Christian Watson, Carlton Davis. Jaden Reed, Amik Robertson. Vikings, Justin Jefferson, Carlton Davis. Jordan Addison, Amik Robertson.
Yeah.
Like, those two pair together well, Amik Robertson and Carlton Davis. So if they don't intend on signing a Stephon Gilmore or a Dory Jackson or different guys we were talking about yesterday with Al, I'm comfortable with Amik Robertson being cornerback number 2 on this team next year.
I am too, and you laid out the same reason I would too. I think you even did it better because you did 2 more teams than I was getting ready to speak on. Those are perfect pairings, and I don't think this stops Brad from acquiring somebody in free agency. I don't know what level of free agent you're looking at, though, in terms of like how he likes to spend money. I do think we're within like a contention window. I would like for him to get somebody that at least has starting history, if not potential to be a starter, like somewhat like Amik Robertson. I know his came after the release of he used to be dog ass corner, Marcus something with Oakland Raiders before he ended up taking over that outside corner spot.
Oh, Marcus Peters, thank you. Where you have Stephon Gilmore out there who's former defensive MVP of the league. Like I'd feel more comfortable going in with that, and at some point drafting a cornerback. I don't want to force cornerback expectations for Detroit Lions as early as round 1 just because, like, that's not how Brad drafts. I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying that. I don't want anybody to think that themselves just because Brad's going to take the best player available. He did it last year after he signed David Montgomery at the running back position, then drafted at 12 another running back. You already had Malcolm Rodriguez. You already had Derek Barnes. You went and took a linebacker at pick 18. It's
he's going to take the best player available. So I want them to grab somebody of starting caliber. And I don't know if that person's going to start, whether it be Stephon Gilmore or not, because I do believe Amik Robinson deserves time on the field. But I would feel more comfortable, again, because we're within a reach of a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, I'm not mad at that at all. You definitely need to bolster that room now. You definitely need to add somebody. And if you want to add a cornerback and draft a cornerback, I'm cool with it, for sure. But like I said, just as it is as the depth chart right now, I'm comfortable with Amik Robertson being your number 2 cornerback. But that doesn't mean you don't need more depth. You definitely need to add somebody else.
Yeah, nobody thought that Brad was going to be able to get a Pro Bowl guard for $6 million. I expect like a similar contract for a guy like Stephon Gilmore. We saw Brad bring in Carlton Davis. What was he? A Super Bowl champion to add to this roster. You think of a guy like Stephon Gilmore, he brings that Super Bowl experience. He's a champ as well. So you add 2 guys in that cornerback room to go along to this bolster or a lot better defensive line. Maybe even if Gilmore lost, maybe a little step, this defensive line is going to be on another level, hopefully this year, where it covers for a guy like Gilmore, maybe losing a tad bit of speed.
Yeah, I think the perfect solution to it is just you definitely sign the guy, which I think you do regardless, but also draft somebody too.
Ken says, y'all forgetting E-Man.
I'm not. It's
we
hard
don't know
to put
when he's going to
expectations
start
on
the
him.
season. We don't know if he'll be healthy to start the season. We don't know if he'll be healthy if he plays in a game, like if he can stay out there
if he
longer
returns to
than
form.
the
I mean,
2
we
snaps.
didn't even get to see him last year. This defense,
Yeah.
It's like I got to keep it real, Iman. Like you got to limit the expectations there. So I think you definitely. I mean, Brad, for Christ's sakes, and I'm sure he is. You got to sign somebody. You can't. He depended on Iman last year. Didn't work out for him. I think he learned a lesson. He's not a stupid guy.
Yeah.
I'm not forgetting about Iman. I'm very hopeful about Iman. In my head, secretly, I think if Iman could return to form, hey, that's a lockdown secondary, if I'm being quite honest with you, between Carlton Davis, Amik Robertson, and Emmanuel Mosley. I mean, that'd be pretty dangerous for opposing teams. Brian Branch as well. Kirby Joseph is also a ball hawk.
If you Melifonwu.
Listen, that would be fucking disgusting, but I don't want to put those expectations out there because it's kind of it's unrealistic. Is it unrealistic?
It's a little unrealistic to put any expectations on Emmanuel Mosley because you don't know what you're getting from him. You don't know when he'll be ready to start the season. You don't know how he's going to look playing his first game after 2 ACL tears. So,
2 ACL tears and just 2 years of inactivity as well on top of that.
Yeah.
Pete, you got anything on this before we go to break?
Well, I was just going to say Aaron Glenn, we trust. I mean, if there's anybody that's going to, develop a young cornerback out of the draft, it'd be Aaron Glenn. So I have complete faith in what Brad Holmes is going to draft and what Aaron Glenn can develop. So the Lions are obviously going to need secondary help, but I am not worried about it, if that makes any sense.
There are a lot of corners in this draft, too.
Lots of corners.
A lot of corners in this draft that, like, we talked about Renardo Green yesterday. Al said him jumping into the first round. That would be crazy. I don't know if he'll make that high of a jump.
I can see it happening, bro.
I like that kid. When I broke down his film when he was my spotlight, I like that kid a lot.
Like, I guess I kind of asked myself, like, why wouldn't you put on the tape, and especially against a team like LSU, with multiple receivers that are expected to go into the first round of this class? I guess I'm kind of like very curious as to why he's not high on the boards. Maybe I'll reach out to Russ actually during the show. Maybe we'll get him on today. But let's go to break. We get back, a little bit more Detroit Lions free agency news.
Tell us about Feldman, Nick.
He absolutely will.
Yes, sir. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for 2 things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party, it's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
The most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together, let's ride. And no, guys, well, first of all, appreciate you all for joining us. Smash that like button, because when we get to 200 likes, we're giving away 2 tickets to our Grand Slam Fest. It is the opening day party that Woodward Sports is at every year. It's amazing. I'll do a shot with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. For Easy, for Nick, for Pete, I'm Spencer. And no, Chris didn't get fired. Chris didn't die. Chris isn't on the lam. Chris is at a bachelor party in Mexico. He'll be back tomorrow, I think, right? Is he back tomorrow?
No, I think he's back
next
Monday.
week,
Okay, he'll be back Monday.
You'll have KG tomorrow.
KG tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pete filling in for Chris too. Shout out to you guys
Shout
for
out,
listening.
Shout
Like
out,
Spence
Pete.
said, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you smash that.
200.
Greg Rounds, you can screenshot that, and I'll say it. You can screen record this right now, put it on X, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever you want. If Mikey Sandstrom gets drafted by the Detroit Lions and plays outside corner, I will eat my shirt. He's not an outside corner.
I don't think he'll be an outside guy in the NFL. No.
He's not going to be an outside corner in the NFL. And maybe I'm wrong on that, because we just signed and we're kind of hyping up Meek Robinson as a possibility of starting on the outside for us at 5'8", 185 pounds. But even then, he's got 10 pounds and I think an inch on him still.
Yeah.
We'll see though. I mean, Sandstrom's a dog. I just don't think it's going to happen at the outside corner spot. He's going to play nickel and or safety.
Shout out to Gun Guy in the Woodward Sports chat. Take your pants off. But yeah, I don't think Mikey is an outdoor guy either. I think he's going to be a Brian Branch type player. He's going to be that nickel spot. Who Mikey Sanchez, like Cooper DeJean, same kind of thing. They're at the same spot for me. Mm-hmm. Like obviously Cooper DeJean's a better version of Mikey Sanchez, but they're both going to be the nickel, that roaming safety kind of guy. I like Sanchez a lot. I like the dog he plays as. I think he's a very talented player, but I don't see him as an outside cornerback in the NFL. And we already got our slot guy forever. Like, I'm not drafting someone that could even think about taking snaps away from Brian Branch.
Yeah, I just don't think it happens.
Mark Smithson, drafted kicker. Yes. Yeah.
Down with that.
Will Richard. Give me Will Richard. That kicker out of Alabama. He was banging 55, 60-yarders. Like,
Yeah, he's pro ready.
that kid's, he is pro ready, man. He's got a big leg, too.
Put him in Ford Field, start knocking him
Exactly,
down from
in a dome,
63,
too.
Justin Tucker all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who I want. Or the kid from Stanford is really good, too.
I'm not opposed to drafting a kicker at all whatsoever. How early are you cool with it happening?
Sixth round? Fifth, sixth round?
What
Like,
round
what
did
was
Moody
third,
go?
fourth?
Third?
I think Will Richard would probably go 6th or 5th round. I think that's where he's going to be around.
Moody went third round last year.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have the hype of Jake Moody, but I think he's going to be a better kicker, honestly.
I'll start at fourth round. I think fourth or beyond, obviously.
There's
at
not
that point.
There's not a
Jeff
chance.
Why is
Wilson.
it? Where's Maz when we need him? We're talking kickers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude, he loves talking
Maz,
kickers.
dude, Maz kickers and backup quarterbacks.
Where you at?
That guy's something else, man.
He
I love
really
him.
does love talking about kickers.
He loves talking about every time. He's like, they still don't have a kicker. It's like, man, relax, man. We're talking about wide receivers here. It's more important.
By the way, I also don't even have a beef with our guy Badgley. I really don't. I
don't either.
If we can upgrade at this
But
position,
that kid is an
I'm
upgrade.
taking it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not shit on him at all. I think he gets a unfair gripe because of Dan Campbell's aggressiveness. But
Sean Tomboya, have we all forgot about the edge rusher from the CFL? Spenny ain't forget. Matthew Betts. He's going to be a dog. 12.5 sacks. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
I'd rather
terrible.
talk about the kicker.
You guys are hating on him, man. I'm telling you. CFL ain't no joke. Shout out Tiger Cats. He wasn't a Tiger Cat, but that's my team because Chris Fry. I don't know anybody else on the Tiger Cats, but I know Chris Fry won a Grey Cup with the Tiger Cats. So.
Mikey Sandstrom starting nickel. Matthew Betts starting edge rusher.
That's what I like to hear.
Man, you don't got to be smart to know football. You don't got to be smart not to know.
He's the best edge rusher on our team. I mean, statistically.
By far. Yeah.
Statistically, he's had more sacks in a professional season than anybody else on our team.
That's very true. By the numbers.
By the numbers.
All right, going into Detroit Lions free agency news, Josh Reynolds. We predicted this. It's been rumored previously beforehand. Josh Reynolds officially visiting with the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow, I believe it is.
Tamale.
That's such a fit. It would be stupid if they didn't do it. The Lions going to try to match, maybe. I don't know, but it seems like, it feels like, we've been saying this all week, by the way, too, that Josh Reynolds won't be returned to the Detroit Lions. And I guess it calls into question what's more position need at this point. Yesterday we picked out safety.
Yeah.
Cornerback is obviously there down, too.
It's up there.
It's probably number one, but receiver now as well.
Detroit Supremacy said LT reincarnated Matthew Betts. But
and by the way, I'm pretty sure Josh Reynolds finished the season wide receiver 2 for the Detroit Lions. It's
he
not
probably
like
did.
It's not like a frivolous. And I guess Jameson Williams could probably step in there. That's what you're
He
assuming is
will
going to happen.
1,000%.
But this is not like a. It's not a complete nothing burger. I
No,
mean,
it's
that's a big
not.
chunk of production missing.
But also, I'm not worried about it in the slightest.
What?
Ben Johnson has shown us that without receivers, this offense can still work. Without Amon-Ra St. Brown, the offense still worked. And Jared Goff made Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, but without Amon-Ra
So-
St. Brown, you had Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, and without Josh Reynolds, you got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is better.
But I'm just saying, you're taking a third of your offense out regardless.
Yeah, and
It's gotta be
somebody
replaced somehow, some
Jameson
way.
Williams will step right into that role and do it better.
Now, who's stepping in Jameson Williams' role?
Somebody we're going to draft. Or Antoine Green.
I guess, like, where you guys prioritizing this need?
I'm not losing sleep over not re-signing Josh Reynolds. Was he
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
not
piece?
losing sleep over it, but
Was he
yeah,
a good
it sucks
piece?
to
Yeah,
lose.
but he is very replaceable.
We'll see.
He got cut from the Titans. Like, no, relax, Nick. He's not trash. He is a good receiver. He had a very bad game against the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Nick hates this guy.
Yeah, Nick hates him.
Go off, Nick.
He was made by Jared Goff. That is a
off,
fact.
King.
He got cut by the Titans.
When is the last time the Lions went to the Super Bowl? Never.
Never.
He took that away from us. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. The Detroit Lions would have been playing for the Super Bowl if Josh Reynolds caught 2 passes. 2 massive passes in the best season of Detroit Lions history in my lifetime, probably ever. In the NFC Championship, the biggest game, he dropped the 2 biggest passes. See ya. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. Congratulations on getting a contract from the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think he's going to be great there. He was great with Jared Goff because of their connection. Way to get paid. See ya. I 100% want to draft a wide receiver with one of the first 3 picks. If it happens in the first round, let Brad cook. He's going to be a great player for this team.
Gun Guy says DPJ wide receiver 3. Wilson 1 says we can always get a decent free agent wide receiver. Yeah, it's not like you're losing a superstar here. He did have a big role in this offense because of his connection with Jared Goff, but you got Sam Laporta, who is a better receiver. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is a better receiver. You have Jameson Williams, who is going to be a better receiver.
Those guys were there, but you're speaking as if this guy wasn't a third of what was going on. He's the second leading receiver on the team.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty good.
I don't doubt that, like Amon-Ra
So you think the offense is
and
gonna
Laporta
crumble
are
without
going to
Josh
do what they're going to
Reynolds?
do, but I'm just saying it's something I would like to fill. Yes, I want this position filled.
And I think Jameson Williams fills that position.
But again, your shape, there's still a piece missing. Jameson Williams is a part of it.
There will be guys that step up in that role. You don't think
you can't just say there will be guys. I need names.
You don't think
I need to see
DPJ can do
who's
what?
going to be
You
that
don't
guy.
think DPJ can do what Jameson Williams did last year?
We got to find out.
He's
we're gonna
done
find
it
out.
before in his career.
Sounds like we're going to find out. I think he can draft somebody though.
I don't think they'll skip a beat without Josh Reynolds. I think they have the pieces that will fill in for him, and they'll be just fine. And that's not to diminish what he did, because he did play a big role. But like I said, Jameson Williams can step up into his role. Donovan Peoples-Jones can step up into Jameson Williams' role from last year, and I don't think they miss a beat. Pete?
Yeah,
We're over.
I'm going to make a controversial statement. Why do the Baltimore Ravens hate Lamar Jackson? Josh Reynolds, not Nate Burleson. I almost said Nate Burleson, but Nelson Aguilar, Rashid Bateman. I mean, aside from Zay Flowers, what the hell are they doing over there at the wide receiver position? Seriously, do they hate Lamar Jackson? I mean, Mark Andrews is great as a tight end, but he's no Travis Kelce.
No, I mean, we're over break. We got to go to break. I do want to carry on this conversation. I'm just not dismissing it. That's all. But I'd like to know who it's going to be, and I'd like to be confident in that person just because he showed up in big times for us. I know that he wasn't Amon-Ra, and I know he wasn't Sam Laporta, but he averaged 15 yards per catch.
Yeah.
With 600 this season, 5 touchdowns. I mean, he was huge in the LA Rams game. And we know Goff takes a minute to kind of mesh with guys.
Yeah. And you know who Goff really started meshing with at the end of the year? Jameson Williams.
Waymo.
Jameson's good. Jameson will take what he did and be better than that.
Bro, there's still a chunk missing.
And like I said,
I get that J-Mo's there, but there's still a third of the offense gone.
And what was the chunk? What did J-Mo do last year? This giant chunk that he had, 400 yards maybe and a couple touchdowns? Donovan Peoples-Jones could do that. I'm not worried about that being filled. That can be filled. J-Mo's production last year can be filled with Donovan Peoples-Jones or somebody else. And Jameson Williams will fill what Josh Reynolds did.
We shall see.
Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Stay out of Detroit, Josh Reynolds. No, I'm just kidding. Tell them Big D Energy. Woodward Heavyweight sent you.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for 2 things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest. Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Visit Dispo Dispensary today for exclusive new deals and experience a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere. Mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products, save the date for 420 at Dispo Dispensary. Dispo's putting on an epic event at every single one of the locations. Stay tuned for more details. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Check it out.
What up there? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button. It means the world to us. I'm Eazy. I spin more racks.
And at 200 likes, we'll be giving away 2 tickets to our Grand Slam Fest downtown for opening day. So make sure you get it there. I'll ask a question at 200 likes, and the first person to answer it correctly gets the tickets.
We got Unky Pete, Nick on the ones and twos. I am by no means saying that this offense crumbles without Josh Reynolds, but he's definitely was a pertinent part in what was going on. And whether you shape-shift J-Mo into like what he was doing, you still need someone to fill out the X role. And then obviously with them meeting with top-tier talent, by the way, at the NFL Draft Combine. Like we're talking about guys that are going either round 1 or round 2. It's also priority for them too. So everybody who's kind of like just missing it, No, I think you're absolutely wrong. 110% incorrect when you look at Brad Holmes' track record of what he's been doing this offseason to kind of like fulfill that role. Obviously, they're planning to move up forward from him because they didn't offer him another deal.
Yeah.
He's going to another team. I'm just not dismissing. I just want to know who's going to be there, I guess. I want to be comfortable who's going to be there. I'm not. Reynolds was clutch at moments in the playoffs, just not in the San Fran game. And by the way,
the most clutch we needed.
By the way,
he choked the hardest.
He dropped the passes.
One of them was bad.
He did.
Bad ball.
But also, Dan Campbell kicks one of those field goals that also could change the directive of a lot of things too.
Yeah, butterfly effect.
It's just
if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Like that wasn't the situation we were in. So unfortunately, the situation we were in was Josh Reynolds dropped the balls, and I don't hate Josh Reynolds or anything like that. Like he's a good receiver for sure. Jared Goff did make him like. That is a fact, and you guys know how I feel about Jared Goff. So if I'm saying this, then you know it's true. But I'm not worried about replacing him. I'm not scared of who we're going to get to replace him because I think you can replace him, and it doesn't take that much to replace him. I don't think it's a brain buster to figure out how you're going to replace Josh Reynolds in the lineup. I think you can do that with multiple different situations, and I have faith in Brad Holmes, Ben Johnson, and Dan Campbell to do that.
Nah, Eduardo, not taking back any take. Brad Holmes is visiting with top-tier wide receivers because he's going to take a top-tier wide receiver to replace the one we just lost. I'm not saying we lost top-tier wide receiver, but he's obviously looking to recuperate damages or losses. It's not – there's no take that's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think they 100% have faith in J-Mo to become that number 2 that Dan Campbell spoke on. And he was clear as day with J-Mo in the past. He needs to get better at catching. And when you hear your coach say – something like, yeah, we expect him to be our number 2 wide receiver. I think J-Mo takes that to heart. And we saw him really come on by the end of the year. Honestly, Jameson Williams.
We saw him at the end of the year make some impressive contested all-hands catches, both in the end zone and on the sideline, running different route trees. I think Jameson Williams is going to have a big year next year, and I'm excited to see what he does with that.
He became a better route runner as the season went on.
For sure.
Absolutely did.
Better hands, better route running, better pizza, Papa John's. No, and listen, not like the Emmanuel Mosley situation because they got nothing. There's a complete nothing burger out of that one. But with J-Mo, if there's like a meter, a trust meter, for me, it's probably around like 60, 70%. It's a small sample size. I will say, though, like clutch time, he showed up in that 49ers game.
Yes, he did.
He was there.
He was the best.
So that's where that thing jumps from like that 60, that 70, maybe even 75%. But I would like to see a larger sample size out of J-Mo because we also have another sample size that wasn't so great. But as you said, towards the back half, a little bit more reps, a little bit more practice. That probably shows that's what he's going to be.
And guess what J-Mo's probably going to get back now?
Number 1.
That number 1 jersey.
Yep.
We know number 1 J-Mo acts different.
I don't know. He just loves switching jerseys every 5 minutes.
I mean, he's always wanted number 1, and that's what he wore at Bama when he was by far the best receiver in the NCAA.
And Hendon Hooker switched his jersey today.
Yeah, he's number 2 now, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
So Easy, you got to return your Hendon Hooker jersey that you already bought.
Yeah. I guess so. If we're power ranking these needs, real quick: receiver, cornerback, safety. I think that's what we have in the sheet.
I would say cornerback is number 1 for me. Safety is number 2. Wide receiver is probably number 2, and then safeties. Actually,
I think I might go receiver number 1.
I'm going cornerback number 1.
I'm going receiver number 1 just because I feel like that's probably going to be that guy end up starting for you versus like the cornerback situation. If we truly believe that Meek can hold down number 2 or at least can start at number 2, you have a guy that's at least starting at the position. You also have Emmanuel Mosley, former starter himself, that can hold down the position if he comes back healthy and returns to form. Where receiver is kind of just a missing starting piece and a literal position we just don't have as an X wide receiver.
I mean, Donovan Peoples-Jones has started at X before this. He's got an 800-yard season in this league before playing that outside spot. So I wouldn't say you don't have a starter there. Obviously, you'd like to upgrade from that. But the depth you have at receiver is deeper than your cornerback room. If one of your cornerback gets hurt, say, God forbid, week 1 or week 2, which I don't expect Emmanuel Mosley to be healthy and ready to start the season, Amik or Carlton rolls an ankle, and they have to go, who are you putting Gilly out there?
Emmanuel Mosley.
I just said I don't think he's going to be ready to start the season. So he won't be available.
Probably after like week 5. I think he injured it in week 5 last year. You expect kind of a year on that kind of thing, right?
Same kind of deal with last year. He wasn't available for the first 5 games of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So God forbid in one of the first games, somebody rolls an ankle, breaks a rib, has to miss a game. You have Gilmore out there as your starting, because you don't have Jerry Jacobs anymore. You don't have Kendall Vildor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think, cornerback is number 1. Just a depth piece, not a starter, not anything like that. Just a depth piece for insurance, because Carlton Davis, as much as we like him, has not been the healthiest guy in his career. Emmanuel Mosley doesn't know what health is. So I would like a security blanket in case an injury happens.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really easy, and like I did last time too, it'd be really easy for me to like just pull out the Brad Holmes meeting up with like guys that are gonna be drafted round 1, round 2, but the whole Sutton situation just went down, and that's probably changing everything for him. So he could easily be meeting with that type of talent now after that situation. So I can't rule out cornerback as one, but I think as it sits or beforehand, it was receiver. I'm gonna stick
before
with
the
receiver.
Cam Sutton situation, I would say receiver or safety for sure.
And by the way, too, like Donovan Peoples-Jones still within that process too. Expectations of him returning. I'm still gonna keep receiver as my number 1. Cornerback, very close number 2 for me. That one I want a veteran. Wide receiver, they can go and get a rookie.
Yeah, I feel good with that.
I had this conversation. Shout out to my guy Sammy today at work, but we were kind of talking. I told him I believe, and you guys know this too, running backs, receivers, they hit the league running.
Yes, they do.
It's more than any other position. I feel like those guys and maybe a couple of offensive linemen, they hit it and they get going. But I'm a little bit over. We got to go to break.
Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness needs. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes and a 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. It's back day today, wide back Thursday, baby. You get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. And let me tell you about the Quarterback Challenge presented by Shake Shack. Shake Shack and Woodward Sports want to remind you it's always football season. How would you like to win 2 tickets to this season's home opener? It's the Shake Shack Quarterback Challenge. If you could throw it on a rope, you could be at the home opener. Register today for your chance to win at any Shake Shack location or at woodwardsports.com, or you can scan that QR code right there to enter the QB Challenge presented by Shake Shack.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for 2 things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
Big Boy Seafood Fest is sailing in with a fresh catch of favorites. Dive into fish and chips, our new palm-crusted cod, perfectly fried clam shrimp platter, or a delicious fish sandwich. Try our new mango iced tea, the ultimate complement to our popcorn shrimp, our all-new fried pickles, shrimp alfredo, or shrimp stir-fry. Experience all the sea has to offer every Friday night with our all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Every day is a fish fry, only at Big Boy.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking, and the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
We're coming back to. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. We are family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right. We didn't agree, but I feel like I'm pretty close to the quarterback situation now following the Cam Sutton news, to be honest with you. So maybe we can agree. By the way, hit the like button. At 200 likes, we'll be raffling off. Not raffling off. So we're going to give you guys what?
I'm gonna ask a trivia question.
Okay.
First person to get it right, first one I see, answer it right in the chat. You'll win 2 tickets to our opening day party, but we got to get to 200 likes. We're at 130 right now. You guys want these tickets or not? You want to come party with the heavyweights? You want to come do shots? Have a good time? We're going to be broadcasting live from there as well. So maybe you'll get on the show. Maybe we'll get your hottest take.
Someone in the Woodward Sports chat kind of mentioned that the heavyweight's been on fire, and then we have. And they asked, what's next? Kind of segue into this other segment that we had, or half of the last one, is the safety position. I think quarterback now actually would be like the next one addressed.
Gilmore.
But I was same conversation. Shout out to Sammy again.
See free agents real quick.
I feel like safety. After hearing that conversation with Afonso Melifonwu, if you guys missed it, I'll try to timestamp it after the show. But he did a podcast, and he's kind of speaking on a relationship with AG and how, last year we started making those sacks and turning the ball over and whatnot. Some of it was due to having these one-on-one meetings with AG for like a half hour, an hour, and he's telling them, hey, when you see this formation, this play is coming. Make sure you do this. And whether it's blitzing the safety or dropping back into coverage, he kind of gave AG's credit for helping him turn that around or just being that X factor in the game. Makes me feel a little bit more comfortable with safeties not being a priority, just because if he's having those meetings with Iffy, and I'm not discrediting Iffy at all. He's still going out there and executing. Yeah. But if you're bringing in almost, I don't want to say anybody, but be disrespectful, but bring somebody else in, AG can have those same meetings with them. And if he's bringing somebody in, talking about Brad or whatever, I'm sure he's going to have these conversations with AG. What type of player are we looking for? What type of skill sets do you need? But regardless, AG, I think, has proven himself as a coach at that nickel safety spot, whether it be CJ, GJ back in New Orleans or Afonso Melifonwu like with us, that he can coach these guys up. I'm not as pressed to make that an urgent need for the Detroit Lions. Plus, it being a backup role regardless.
And there are a lot of guys on the safety market still. Just Jamal Adams, Justin Simmons, Eddie Jackson, Quandre Diggs, Micah Hyde, Javon Kearse, Adrian Phillips. Like, there are a lot of starting caliber or former starting caliber safeties on the market. So I'm not too worried about that. I do think if they don't sign a safety, they're definitely going to draft one in the mid rounds. Like they got Kirby, maybe not the 3rd round, but around there, 3rd to 5th round. You get a safety, you bring him in, you nurture him, you put him in there when he needs to be, because you don't need a safety right now. You got your starting safeties in, obviously, Kirby Joseph and Iffy Melifonwu. If one of them decides, accidentally gets injured, Brian Branch could fill in that role. You can move your cornerbacks around to make something happen there. But I do think they address that position in the draft and bring somebody in that they can fill in if they need to.
I'd be down with that. I'm not opposed to that at all whatsoever. Nick, Pete, you guys got a take on the matter?
I think they have to bring in a safety strictly for depth, like you guys said. I would love an upgrade if you guys wanted to take this defense to another level and get Justin Simmons, but we've seen what Iffy can do in that starting role, and he looks like he can be an elite player for this team. So I don't know if this team is going to go out and get that top-notch safety on the market and a guy like Justin Simmons. But like I alluded to earlier, we went out and got a Pro Bowl guard for $6 million. What if the market just completely dries up and we just add a great piece to this team, and it is a top-line safety out of the blue like we did last season in Gardner Johnson? I could see that as well.
I would not hold that against Brad Holmes at all. We've seen him in the 5th hour go out there and pull out a guy that you did not expect to be on this roster. He did it last year. I felt like that was the Zeitler move for me. That's what that screamed for me was Zeitler, because you didn't hear anybody saying, "Oh, Zeitler to the Lions, look at that," except for Eazy and the heavyweight. But that came out of nowhere, and he is a Pro Bowl level guy, and you got him for super cheap on a 1-year deal.
Yep.
Does he do it again for a safety? I wouldn't be surprised. I think they're definitely going to address that position, though, because you need some depth in that defensive backfield as a whole. We talked about cornerback already, but you're a little loose back there, and that can be brought in the draft, or you can sign somebody. And the versatility, remember, maybe it's a guy that can do both. Maybe they re-sign Will Harris.
Yeah.
Pete.
No, I think that Brad Holmes will consult Aaron Glenn. Whoever Aaron Glenn feels he can coach and manage in the system, that's the guy they're going to get. It's just as simple as that. And Brad Holmes is extremely patient. He's waiting to see which players are available, affordable, and you got to trust in his process.
Stephen David says, Spenny, MSU only a 3.5-point underdog.
That's kind of crazy.
Saturday. I love it.
What
We got
the
big bodies.
fuck?
We got big bodies we can throw at Baycott. Like he's a good player, but we have 4 guys that we can put out there on him. So he's going to see a fresh defender a lot. And Tyson Walker is a very, very, very underrated perimeter defender. He averages like 2.5 steals a game. The guy gets after the ball. So I'm just saying, if Jaden Akins plays the way he did in this game, we can beat anybody.
Go green.
Go white.
Yeah, I really didn't see, and it's my fault too, because I like halfway through the off season when I kind of found out we only have 2 safeties at the position right now, so I didn't really do any safety homework. The one guy I did do homework on was like odds are probably gonna be a first rounder, second rounder. I'll say I don't see Brad just burning the draft capital, but he's BPA. If he's the best guy on the board, he's probably gonna take him.
Yes, he is.
But I'm not tripping, man. It's a reserve role either way. Somebody did bring up if he's injuries in the past. That is a thing that does somewhat concern me. So I do think they grab somebody. I think I said it yesterday that I want somebody with some experience. I guess just get more excited talking about the receivers because it's a lot sexier. And I'm pretty excited about Leggett.
They had 33rd team released a mock draft today. I just saw it on Twitter. They had the Detroit Lions taking Keon Coleman, Florida State University, which I would love that. I love Keon, even though still kind of salty that he left my dogs, but I don't blame him for it.
Yeah. So did you ever hear like his reasoning for it?
He wanted to win. He didn't want to be coached by Jay Johnson, which nobody can if that's your reasoning, I am 1,000% on board with you because Jay Johnson is the worst offensive coordinator in the history of football. So I'm not mad at anybody that wants to get away from him.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash.
It has to be NIL as well. I mean, straight cash in 2 senses. 1, NIL.
Well, I don't know. They paid him a lot. They could pay him a lot.
He's about to be a first or second rounder.
Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, he wanted to win, and he wanted to be in an offense where they throw him the ball more than 5 times a game.
Well, I did listen to the interview. I think it was with actually our guy Connor Rogers. And the reason it wasn't like anything against MSU. He showed love to MSU, but it was for he realized he wasn't gonna be able to play basketball full time. Like he had kind of killed those dreams and wanted to commit full time to football. And obviously FSU was the better football school.
Detroit's Privacy says Spencer's favorite OnlyFans creator Le'Veon Bell will be at the MSU game Saturday. Shout out Levy, man. That guy's a legend. One of the best. Put Shrimp Bayless up there with Ether and No Vaseline. Great diss song.
For what one?
Le'Veon's got a diss song about Skip Bayless called Shrimp Bayless.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's not that good, but it's
Le'Veon, he's actually
he flows. He flows.
He
says he's got a bar. He's like, the only way you'd like me if I played on the Spurs. He's got a couple bars. It's a pretty good song.
Because of the Cowboys.
Machine is a good song off that album too. Shout out Levy.
Shout out.
I was at the game when he I was up there with my boy. My boy went there at the time, but when he jumped over that dude from Boise State, that shit was electric, dude.
Pro comps for Xavier Leggett. You guys got any? Because Joey 2 times is calling it LaVisca Chenault.
Joey loves LaVisca Chenault.
That's such a bad take.
And I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I don't. Let me check this one for sure. 1 second.
Nick.
I don't.
Yeah.
know.
Okay. AJ Brown.
What?
That's if he reaches his full potential, if he is who we think he is, if he is in a perfect world, AJ Brown. They're both 6'1", both big body, physical guys who can do a lot of things when they get the ball in their hands, but you can also throw the ball up to them to go get. In a perfect world, he is AJ Brown, at his max potential. Obviously, that is the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Pro comp, but that's what it screamed to me when I looked at his tape.
I said DK in the past, just because he's got that yak in him. That's what I like about him.
AJ Brown's got that yak too.
He does.
We saw him yak carrying Will Harris for like 10 yards.
I think he's quicker than both, if I'm not mistaken. What did AJ run?
Let me see.
I'm going to look at, yeah. Because I know Laviscus Chenault ran a 4.5. Xavier Leggett, 4.3.
AJ Brown ran a
4.3.
4.49.
Who?
4.3 for AJ. That's what I'm seeing.
AJ Brown, I'm seeing 4.49.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
4 something.
Let's figure out that hands when we get back. We got to go to break. It's 6:10. We got to tell you about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's. Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Because awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, and relax. Let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for two things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's better than crispy chicken and pizza while watching your favorite team play?
Nothing.
Let me tell you about Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza. Their food is amazing and their locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. There's one in Warren. It's like 1.5 miles away from my house. It is great stuff. A perfect takeout option featuring hand-breaded fried chicken, New York pizza, fresh salads, sides, and more. Check out their full menu and find the closest Soroki's near you at Sorokis.com. That's SAROKIS.com. Soroki's and Woodward Sports. Now that's crispy. Soroki's. Did you watch Shogun yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Did you watch it, Nick?
Oh my God, the dinner scene?
Yeah, bro, the dinner scene was wild.
That was lit.
He said, which post? Pick a post. I was like, oh, shit.
He picked the wrong one.
Yeah, they were slamming that sake. That was,
Bro, that guy's a badass. I would not fuck with
her husband?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a savage.
Would not fuck with him.
Talk about
I was surprised he was still alive, dude. I was like, damn, he took out all those dudes by himself. Shogun's a great show if you haven't seen it yet. Appreciate y'all for watching. For Easy, for Nick, for Pete, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. Make sure you smash that like button because at 200 likes, we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to our Grand Slam Fest. If we don't get to 200 likes, I'm just going to keep them. I'm going to find a baddie in Birmingham and give them to her. Which, yeah, I mean, I just might do that anyways. But get to 200 likes. I'll ask a question. First one to get it right gets the tickets. But, Nick, you said you had a Josh Reynolds statistic.
Yeah, if anybody's freaking out about Reynolds leaving for Baltimore, everybody just cool your jets a little bit. In games where Jamison Williams was not on the field, Josh Reynolds averaged 71 yards per game.
Okay.
Great numbers.
Yeah.
When J-Mo came back, he averaged 28 yards per game. Jamison Williams effect, even if he's not getting the ball every time, Jamison Williams, do not be too worried. Obviously, Jared Goff had faith earlier in the season in Josh when J-Mo was gone, but as the season continued, things started opening up for other players. So Sorokis. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. By the numbers. Let's go.
By the numbers.
That's a good stat, because I have a lot of faith in Jamison Williams next year. I think he's going to have a big year, and I think he's going to comfortably be wide receiver 2 on this team.
And he's going to take the number 1.
And I think he's going to get the number 1, yeah. Because I think Ja will give it's between him and Ja, and I think Ja will give it to him because that's like big bro.
What was Ja number 1 as well?
Yeah.
They raced for it.
That would be.
Oh my God, that's the content.
They can sell tickets to that
I
shit.
said that could be a pay-per-view event.
Yeah, bro. Damn. Bro, we should clip this. Noah, clip this and put it out on the internet. Number 1 is now available for the Detroit Lions. Jamison Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, race for the number. Race for the number. We can do it. We can sponsor it. You guys could do it in Ford Field. I would pay to see that happen.
Pay-per-view event.
What, 40-yard? No, it's got 50-yard dash.
Why not the 40?
I don't know.
Because J-Mo needs some more.
Yeah, give J-Mo a little bit more to.
Who do you want to
I
win?
was going to say 100-yard dash.
It sounds like you want J-Mo
I
to
want
win.
J-Mo to win. I do, because Ja went crazy in 26.
I like Ja's number. Or yeah, I like Ja's number.
But race for number 1. You guys could pay-per-view that. That would be so fire.
Who can make it across Woodward the fastest?
Who can race down
why would we want
Woodward?
them racing in the middle of the street?
We don't want our prized athletes to be racing in traffic.
Hey.
Honestly, I don't want to see Ja give up the number then. If he is number 1, which you just said,
Yeah.
I don't want to see Ja give it up.
No, yeah. Ja went crazy in his number that he was wearing.
Yeah.
Get 9
he's
off
good
of
where he's
it.
at.
I don't need to think about number 9 anymore.
Put in the chat who you
Give
guys think will win
J-Mo
that.
number 1.
If it's a 50, it's going to be J-Mo. I think that's why you said 50.
So you think 10 yards is the difference?
Yeah. You heard the podcast that we played on this show.
You said 100-meter dash, says Andrew Jones.
That's J-Mo. Long distance, J-Mo's beating Ja.
Yeah, he's got those gazelle strides.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they said in the
That would
podcast.
still
This
be
is
so
Amon-Ra
hype,
this is Amon-Ra. I think somebody else who played, like Laporta maybe was the guest at the time.
I think it was Hutch.
Was it Hutch?
I think it was Hutch.
I don't even know who it was, but regardless, they said Ja in the short distance,
Yeah.
J-Mo long distance. I think that makes perfect sense when you watch the guys play.
Let's do a 20-yard dash, and it'll be over in 2 seconds. Nah. Whack. 100-yard dash, full length of the field.
100-yard dash, J-Mo's taking it. 60.
Yeah, no
50,
doubt.
I would give Ja a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
Cutting
on that
at that.
same podcast, we saw, what were they calling it? Ja got hawked in that. They were calling it hawking in the Charger game.
They did say that. Yeah,
Ja got hawked. Yeah.
Bro, I first of all, I watched that highlight, or it popped up on my Twitter the other day of him absolutely embarrassing that Vikings defender. That's one of the best jukes I've ever seen. Like, just flat out. Like, we talked about, you brought it up with Herm a couple times when we had Herman Moore on. Shout out Herman Moore, by the way. We should have him on to talk
Yeah, we should.
wide receiver prospects.
We should.
But that juke, that was Barry Sanders-esque. The juke against the Vikings game where the dude literally went flying 10 yards outside of him, that was the best juke I've seen in my life, like, live.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he like straight up Kevin Wared him.
Yeah,
I thought his
bro.
bone was about to pop out. Obviously not great to joke about, but I thought that dude was actually like broken bones.
That was one of my favorite highlights of the year. Like, outside of like winning games and winning playoff games, just specific game highlights. That one, dude, it was so fun to watch.
Think about the highlights moving forward for next year. Obviously, all these guys were so young, and we talk about improving this defense all of the time. But think about just the absolute star power that this team has on offense within St. Brown, Gibbs, Demont, J-Mo. Like, this is Laporta. This is going to be absolutely insane going into year 2 with like a lot of these rookies.
And a better pass blocking offensive line, more rookies to fill in. Jared Goff being in year 3 of the same system for the first time in his career, coming off of one of his best years of his career. They're going to be the best offense in football. The Lions are going to have the best offense in the NFL next year.
Book it.
Book it. It's going to be so great. I can't wait. But you guys want to do fan drafts now?
Yeah.
All right. Pete, we got a couple mock drafts from fans in there. Pick one.
You got it here.
Throw it up there. Who's that from?
You have Gibbs.
That's from Gibbs season?
Gibbs.
Gibbs season.
Shout out Gibbs season.
Gibbs season. Mortgage the future. He traded a first, a second, and a third next year to move up to pick number 4 and grab Marvin Harrison Jr.
You crazy.
Holy shit, Gibbs season. Grab Marvin Harrison Jr., took Cooper Bebe in round 3. I like that. Jalen Harrell, you'll have to tell us about that, Nick. Edge rusher out of Michigan. Keith Randolph Jr. out of Illinois.
What's everything he's given up for that? For
he
Marvin
gave
Harrison?
up a first and second this year and a first, second, and third next year to move up and grab Marvin Harrison Jr. I like Will Richard. I like Cooper Bebe. I like Keith Randolph Jr. Obviously, yeah, if we can get Marvin Harrison Jr., that'd be fucking nice. But holy shit. I mean, there is a 0.0% chance of that. I can't say that because it's Brad Holmes, but the chances of this happening are extremely unlikely. Do you know who Jalen Harrell is? Did you?
Yeah,
Michigan
I mean,
guy?
he's not a big standout, honestly. He showed up in some key points. I believe he transferred in, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not.
All right, so this is
I guess I don't have too much on him.
Gibbs season starting off strong. I would give that draft an A. If that happened, if that's what the Lions did, I would give that an A. If they got Marvin Harrison, Cooper Bebe, and then ended up Will Richard, I like that, but it's probably not going to happen.
Hey, I will say about that draft picks, those draft picks he's given up, luckily it would be 32 and 64 of next year.
Yeah.
After we win the Super Bowl.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
We were just talking about.
I mean, I'd do it. I'd sell my left nut for a Super Bowl. So if that means they get a Super Bowl, I'm doing it. But again, I don't think that's going to happen.
I'll be that trade's happening.
Yeah. I don't know about up to 4.
Yeah, I don't know about the trade. Hey, I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Shout out Gibbs season for 7.
Shout out Gibbs season. He's a real one.
What's the next one, Pete?
Lions roar.
Lions roar. Shout out. Okay, here we go. You took Darius Robinson at 29. Braden Fisk at 61. Mikey Sanderson at 73. Ladarius Henderson, the guard out of Michigan, at 164. And then a safety out of Utah. A linebacker out of LSU, and a cornerback, Quantez Stiggers, he's good. I watched his CFL tape.
CFL,
he's actually pretty solid. But Darius Robinson, Braden Fisk,
I like that.
Mikey Sanderson, Ladarius Henderson, that's a good first 4 picks. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give that a B+.
We've had multiple people on air talk about how Darius Robinson, similar to Josh Pascal, kind of play inside and out. Kind of redundant in that scenario, but his size, bro, is just insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of teams continue to meet with him. I think he had like 20 draft visits. I love Braden Fisk a lot, too.
He was a freak at the combine.
Listen, Brad truly drafts BPA. I would not be surprised if these were the picks, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
As much as I think we have Braden Fisk's role kind of filled out with Lee McNeil, that would be nice. Kind of rotate the two of them, or if something happens, and Darius Robinson, you kind of move them all around, kind of like Josh Pascal.
I'll give that a B+.
Is that who you would compare Fisk to? Like a smaller D tackle that kind of gets
like a smaller elite,
like a Christian Wilkins kind of type.
Yeah,
because you got
he's not a big dude.
You got that athleticism. He can rush the passer as well as stop the run pretty well. That's I
think he might even weigh a little bit lighter than Christian Wilkins too. I gotta look it up actually. I know he's like 6'4".
I would say a B+ on that draft.
I know, like when I was listening to like his interviews, he was kind of getting pissed off about all like the size questions. So he's perceived as a small defensive tackle, but I think he's got that relentless little bit of tape that I watched when he's at Western. He's got that relentless, like, just fucking go get him, and that's something that Dan Campbell the boys like. Mm-hmm. So I would not be mad at that one at all. I give that one a B.
All right.
Always love a chip on the shoulder coming in. So if he's getting pissed off about those questions, I would be okay with the pick.
Well, who's next, Pete?
We have Lions Nation.
Lions Nation. These are all the Twitter accounts, by the way. I got all these off Twitter. Chop Robinson, first pick. Don't love that. Not a big Chop guy. Devondre Sweat, next pick. Don't love that either. I don't think he's a Dan Campbell guy. Cooper Bebe, love that. They give him an F for Cooper Bebe. It's wild. Luke McCaffrey in the 5th round. Tip Reitman. Frank Gore Jr., shout out. The GOAT's son. And then DeAndre Price. Yeah.
I'm just laughing at the screen.
No. Yeah,
I like this draft. Listen, you guys heard me yesterday And if you listen to the stream with Dion, I was kind of talking myself into the Chop Robinson stuff, especially if you believe in Terrell Williams. Listen, that's a guy who could go out there and play that same position for you, who's truly gifted athletically. The arms were a lot longer than I expected. And with the Vic Beasley comparisons, I forgot who was having the debate with in the chat, or whether it's on Twitter or not, but they're like, yo, Vic was actually nice. And I remember he was nice the year they went to the Super Bowl, but he fell off afterward. Well, I go, come to find out, he fell off because of that shoulder injury. And that was a big reason why he fell out. He still performed really well at the position. So, opposite of Hutch, why not have an athletic freak? We kind of know that's how he works, dating back to college. Mm-hmm. I like Chop. I'm coming around the Chop.
I would rather have, if he put a cornerback there instead of T'Vondre Sweat, I think that would have jumped this draft up a little bit more to me, probably to a B+ area. But right now, I'll give him a C+.
If Chop has all of these tools that we talk about, how is he not getting the production against Big Ten tackles? That's my question. Easy, you are kind of selling me on this guy, but where are the numbers to go with it? You're going up against Big Ten tackles. You're not going up against the best of the best in the SEC. What are we doing here?
I'd have to, I guess, watch back the tape to see what type of blocking schemes are getting thrown his way. I'm definitely disappointed at the production. But that's the thing, though, is again, I'm looking at him as a raw prospect, a guy with high upside, rather than a guy that's coming in as a finished project. That's why when I try to make the case for him. I started off with Terrell Williams because let a guy like him get his hands on him, or even just let him be around a guy like James Houston who utilizes his speed to get to the quarterback. I think he's going to pick up on those things. I think he can pick up on those things. Not that he will, but that he can. And so, I think there's a case to be made for Chop Robinson. I'm not absolutely shutting it down. T'Vondre Sweat, I will shut down, though, just because, 0 Detroit Lions personnel at the pro day yesterday. 2, we kind of got DJ Reader. We got Broderick Martin. I don't know if they're going to bring another big body guy in. And I think he's second heaviest defensive tackle to weigh in at the combine.
I don't think so. He's not.
It's not Dan Campbell guy.
No. And we do got to go to break, but we'll do some more of these fan mock drafts after break. But Eazy, tell us about Swiss Insurance.
I'll tell you guys about Swiss Insurance. There's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is insurance rates are going up across the state of Michigan. The good news is my guy Mark at Swiss Insurance got you covered. Right now is the best time to call your insurance provider to make sure that you're not getting charged any extra fees or anything more like that. Call my guy Mark, make sure you're getting set up right, or visit SwissINS.com. Again, that's SwissINS.com.
Every year after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for two things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
What's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you smash that like button. We are here at the Planet Fitness Studios for Eazy, for Nick,
let's go,
for Pete. Yeah. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Heavyweights, and we are 23 likes away from giving away 2 tickets. Like I said, at 200 likes, we will give away 2 tickets for our Grand Slam Fest. Once we hit 200 likes, I will say a trivia question. I still got to think of the trivia question. But the first person for the... Anyway, it's going to be Spemmy trivia. So it might not be, it's going to be like, who's my favorite player? Who's this guy here? Maybe something like that. We never know. Maybe it'll be something that happened on the show yesterday. But whoever is the first right answer in the chat will win 2 tickets to Grand Slam Fest, which is our opening day party hosted at the Detroit Opera House parking lot. It's a lot of fun. But we were just doing fan mock drafts. We've got a couple more to get through. So, Pete, why don't you throw up another one
Chris
for us?
Vesser.
This is from Chris Vesser. Chris Vesser traded up to pick 15. He traded the first round pick, 73, 201, and a fourth round pick. That's a lot to give up just to move up to 15. Wow, like giving up 4 picks just to move up to 15.
And that 15 took Nate Wiggins.
He took Nate Wiggins at 15.
Gotta be honest, just through the people that I know, he's kind of falling down boards.
Yeah.
The NFL isn't like a fan of the size, and he's
And
they interview well. I still think there's potential there, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot to give up to jump to 15 for a guy I don't feel like is necessarily a Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes type of dude.
That's a lot to give up. I don't
but
like
I do
that
like the
at
prospect
all.
of Nate Wiggins.
I like the Nate Wiggins pick. I like the Marshawn Nealon pick a lot, too.
Love the Marshawn Nealon pick.
Drake Nugent, the center from Michigan. That's a great pick as well.
I like
two
Frank
guys
Gore,
with
too.
Frank Gore Jr., the baby GOAT. And then kicker Harrison Mevis.
Let's go. There's your kicker.
in the
I'm
seventh
unfamiliar
round.
with the game.
I'm
but
fine with that.
he's probably nice.
I got to give this a C. Even though, I like Nate Wiggins, I like Marshawn Nealon, but that is way too much to give up to move up to just 15, in my opinion.
I'm going to go D here for dog doo-doo. Not great from this mock draft. I don't like this one at all, even if it has Michigan national champion Drake Nugent in it. You don't trade up to 15 to go Nate Wiggins here at all. I don't think he's the blue chip guy that I'm looking for personally. If Brad has him as the #1 corner on his board, different story, but I just don't agree with it here.
I don't
Easy.
mind trading up to get him. That was just a lot to give up to trade up to get him. Only moving up 14 spots. You're giving up 4 picks for it.
I'd trade up for a guy like Verse there, or a guy like Dallas Turner that falls on the D line. I don't know if they're going to trade up for a corner in that situation.
I like Nealon, though. That was a great
I like
pick.
Nealon a lot, too. That's another guy. They must just want that role on the opposite side of the edge.
Yeah.
The
versatile, big.
Yeah, like jump in and out. Because I like Nealon, too, but it's crazy because you look at Davenport, same situation.
Yeah.
And we're here, here we are steady every year. It feels like every week asking for a true edge to kind of go after the quarterback. But they like a guy that can move in and out. They like a guy to be a little bit versatile. They just want for run defense purposes. I really don't know what it is, but it's clearly the role they want opposite of Hutch.
Yeah. And that's our second person who drafted the baby GOAT, Frank Gore Jr.
Why you call him the baby GOAT?
Because Frank Gore's the GOAT. Frank Gore's the man, bro.
I also don't know shade towards Frank Gore.
Love Frank Gore. He's one of the best running backs in the history of the NFL. He did it forever.
Shout out to Frank Gore.
Shout out Frank Gore. All right, who's next up, Pete?
Well, let's go with Andrew Burris.
Andrew Burris. All right, he's got that's Chop Robinson, Demarion Robinson. They use this full government pretty
Good catch
well.
right there.
Yeah. Demarion Robinson, so Chop at 32. Mikey Sandersill at 61. What did he trade the first round pick? He must have, because he didn't make the first round pick.
Oh yeah, he traded at 30.
Oh, he
picked
traded
at 32.
So he traded back.
Yeah, he
got
traded back.
Chop at 32. Sandersill. Christian Haynes at 73 is a great pick. Braden Rice at 95. Vaki, Tip Riemann.
They actually met with Vaki too, by the way.
Yeah. I don't hate this
And there's your
draft.
safety. I mean, in terms of position and need, they kind of nailed everything outside of. Oh, no, they got Rice.
Yeah.
You think Brady Rice is going that early? Brady Rice?
Yeah. Around there. Around pick 100. I think he'll be around there.
I actually did 0 tape study on him just because there wasn't a lot of hype.
Yeah.
There probably should be.
This trading back and getting Chop at 32 that's a good move. Mikey Sandersill at 61, I gotta think there'd be a better outside corner there available at 61. That just might be a heart pick taking Mikey Sandersill there. Christian Haynes is a very good pick at 73. I'll give this a C+.
Nick?
I'll go C here. I don't love Chop. You're selling me more and more you talk about him. I just I mean, I get the high upside swing. That is what I want. Another blue chip guy on this defense. I'm going to ask you, because I didn't get a chance to last time. Do you think he could be the defensive end to pair with Aiden Hutchinson for the next 10 years? Blue chip guy, dynamic duo, brings this defense to a whole nother level. Easy. Have you seen it yet? Yes.
I think the upside's there, yeah. I think he could be molded into something. But again, I think if we took him, he probably falls like more of that Sam role. But like I said earlier, though, I think that's what they want. Opposite of Hutch is like the Josh Pascal mold. Because the same thing with Davenport, having the conversation with Dosa Dion and Al Carson and even guys like I shouldn't be forgetting this man's name. He's a very important person. Lead draft analyst at PFF, Trevor Sycamore.
Yeah,
that's who they get consistently. The guys that go in and out. So it's as much as I think he can be something elite, especially on this defensive line with DJ Reader, Lee McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know if that's what they're looking to do. I think they're looking for a guy that kind of, again, just be versatile.
And I think the question is this regime willing to swing and miss with that first rounder? Because that's the kind of swing that this would be taken with a guy with that kind of upside and chop. Pan Easy, real quick.
Gorgeous.
No, I'm just kidding.
She's gorgeous. But
what do you think?
I think this team is pretty deep all around, where I would be willing to swing and take the miss if we did, because I think Brad Holmes can pick depth later in the draft. So I would be willing to go high upside. I just don't know if Chop's the right guy. I'm gonna have to dive into some tape myself, honestly.
Pete.
No dice for me on that one, man.
You're all out and drop.
I'm off of that. You can't be trading back like that. The draft is here in Detroit. You're not going to be the 32nd pick. With the news today with Sutton, you need a cornerback or a receiver with that first pick. You absolutely must solidify either position.
I don't hate it. All right, who we got next, Pete?
Who's next? One is my favorite name. That's why I saved it for last. Detroit Boyga.
All right, Detroit Burger. He took Xavier Leggett at number 29. Brandon Fisk at 61. Kyrie Jackson at 73. Luke McCaffrey, another wide receiver there. Eric Watts.
A+.
Kenny Wallace. And then Frank Crum. Offensive tackle, Wyoming. 2 tackles to end the draft. So he doubled up on tackle, doubled up on wide receiver, and doubled up on defensive line.
He cooked with the first 3 picks.
The first 3 picks are, cooked. Those are the best first 3 picks we've seen so far. I'll give him an A- for that, for just those 3 picks alone. We know we're fans of Leggett here. We're fans of Fisk here. And Kyrie Jackson's a very good cornerback prospect. So, yeah, I'll give him an A- off of those 3 picks alone.
I'll go an A for sure. Shout out to, what's his name? Burgery?
Detroit Burger.
Boyga.
Detroit Burger.
Yeah.
Detroit Boyga. Shout out to him. I'll give him A on that one for sure. Nick?
I'm going to go A as well. I actually the more and more we talk about it, I like Leggett a lot for this offense. I mean, to pair him with the elite offensive potential that we already have, not even potential, elite offense that we already have, how can defenses stop this if you bring in a guy like Xavier Leggett that Spenny had his comparison to of A.J. Brown?
His top tier,
if everything works out.
If everything works out.
I mean, he looks like him.
Yeah.
When he's running. Like,
they're very similar body-wise and skill-wise.
Yeah. A for the draft.
Pete, how you feeling?
I'm going to give it a B. The only reason why is because Leggett, A+ pick right there, because that solidifies the position of wide receiver, but you got to follow it up now with the news with the cornerback. You got to go secondary with that next pick. I understand defensive lineman, but it's got to be secondary. You got to address it.
Okay. They got a cornerback with the 3rd pick.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah, well, then I'll give it an A-.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. We are going to go to break. 5 more likes, and we'll be giving away those tickets. Easy. Tell us about Shake Shack.
I'll tell you about Shake Shack because I got the best chicken sandwich in the game. When it comes to chicken sandwich, they got the sleeper. It's the Shake Shack Chicken Shack Sandwich. It's delicious. Try the Chicken Shack Sandwich for free. You heard that right. For the free ski. With a $10 purchase, grab a shake and a crispy crinkle fry and try your Chicken Shack Shake Shack sandwich. It will be free. Use promo code Woodward. That's in person, online, or you can download the app today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for two things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
Wake Up Woodward. Woodward Sports has a new morning show. Start your day with Wake Up Woodward, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. Join Kool-Aid for the Pistons, Flannel Sam, Broder for the Tigers and Lions, JB and KG every morning as they cover all of Detroit sports. Sports talk, banter, and live fan interaction, all on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live on woodwardsports.com from the Planet Fitness Studios. For Easy, for Nick, for Pete, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. Make sure you smash the like button. Appreciate y'all for doing that, because we did reach the goal. We are over 200. So, the question I have, in honor of Michigan State winning today,
to get this.
I haven't said it on air, but it's a known player. I've never said this on air, so just put names out there.
It's always been this guy. It's never
never
wavered.
Yes.
Okay.
Since he's played, yes. My favorite Michigan State basketball player that I've ever seen. Obviously, it's not Magic or anybody, Greg Kelsey, that I've ever seen. My favorite Michigan State basketball player, first one to get the right answer in the chat, wins 2 tickets to our Grand Slam Fest.
All right. I kind of want to guess.
I just told you.
You can't guess.
You told me who it was?
Yeah, I literally said it during the break.
No spoiling here. This is my first on-air giveaway. Let's go, boys. I'm fired up. Let me take a guess here. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go.
Nobody's
2
got
tickets,
it yet.
Grand Slam.
Nobody's got it yet.
Smash that like button.
We got to give it a minute. No one's going to guess that.
Nobody's got it yet.
Miles Bridges. It was. He changed it.
It was Miles Bridges, yeah, but it's not.
Obviously certain things have taken place.
Ooh, Shad, that was close. That was close. He shared the front court with that young man. Shared the front court with the man Shad just put in there.
Who is the player?
Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, Derek Nix would have been a good one. Keys to wisdom, but no, it is not. Zach Randolph. He's very similar to Zach Randolph. Very similar to Zach Randolph.
How are you guys not guessing this by now?
Mason question.
Can I say it?
Who just said who's the question in the chat?
Mason said Chet Holmgren. He played for
first
Gonzaga.
Who? Somebody put it in there?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
No? Well, I guess I'm assuming what it is, I guess, at this point.
Dude, he literally
He's
told
very
us.
similar to Zach Randolph. He shared the front court. Somebody put it in there?
I'm saying he's giving away hints now.
I said he's very similar to Zach Randolph. He shared the front court with Jaren Jackson. He was a killer. He's in the NBA currently.
Someone said it.
Mike Poplowski.
Nobody said it.
First Mind said it.
First Mind? Where is it?
Mike Poplowski, De La Salle boy.
Scroll
Shout
a bit.
out.
I do not see it. Do you see it? Read it if he said it.
Draymond.
No, it's not Draymond.
Yeah.
He plays for the Boston Celtics.
He's a low-key player.
He got traded. Xavier Tillman. Keys to wisdom. There it is.
He loves getting down.
What a
Xavier
gross
Tillman.
favorite player.
The keys to wisdom.
X was a dog for Michigan State. So, Keys to Wisdom wins it. Keys to Wisdom.
Cousin Keys.
Put your put your email in the chat. I'll get you an email. Stick will send you an email with the tickets. Shout out to Cousin Keys. We're gonna see him downtown.
Cousin Keys a Michigan fan too.
Yeah, he is a Michigan fan.
Who got the keys? Who got the keys?
Xavier Tillman. Xavier
Congrats.
Tillman is my favorite Spartan basketball player of all time. That's my guy. X, very cool guy too. I've spoken with him multiple times, around campus, seen him around campus, had a class with him together. Xavier Tillman is the man.
Look at Chef Talks.
He said he's his
Xavier
cousin.
Tillman is my cousin.
Is he really?
I don't know.
Xavier Tillman loves kids. He loves to have them.
Yeah, he's got a lot of kids.
Well, how many kids he got?
A lot.
He's got a lot.
Almost Cromartie numbers.
Yeah,
Wow.
Keys, if you want to
I'm
put
just
your
kidding. I don't think it's
email
that.
in the chat, we can get those tickets sent. Or if you want to DM me on Instagram, if you don't want to put it in the live chat, if you want to DM me or the Heavyweights page on Instagram, we'll get you hooked up.
Congrats,
Pass
man.
on the
Pass on the
tickets,
tickets,
though.
though.
Donation
Donation
back
back.
to the Woodward Sports chat. Oh, Keys! All right. Who
Keys,
was second?
pick somebody.
Who was second?
Keys?
Let
no,
Keys
it's
pick.
not. No,
Hang
it's
on, let
not
me see.
second. We gotta ask a new question.
New question?
Do we gotta ask?
No,
We gotta ask another
okay,
question.
I have the
All right.
second place person here.
Second place was
But he
Camden
coulda-
Brown.
Camden Brown.
He could have easily put it in just after he said after. Keys
I don't know. They were
put it
rolling in pretty fast.
Okay.
I was gonna re-up.
Camden Brown was second.
Your guys' call.
All right, Camden Brown.
There it is.
Camden Brown, you won the tickets.
Cam Brown.
Camden Brown, if you're still there, if you want to DM the Heavyweights or my personal account, or you want to put your email in the chat, because Keys to Wisdom is such a good guy, he's giving away the tickets to someone else. Or should we do a new question?
Everyone's asking for a new question.
Should we do a new question?
Should we do it
New
at
question.
6?
Who's my favorite Detroit Lion all time?
Your favorite Detroit Lion of all
Yep.
time. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, Camden.
Sorry, Camden.
Who is Easy's favorite Detroit Lion of all time? I know it. You guys should all know it.
Let's go.
This is an easy one. This one will go fast.
It's easy, baby.
Easy's favorite Detroit Lion of all time. First one to answer it.
Anthony Carter?
Josh Pascal.
Josh Pascal. Riley Cooper. All right.
Prater.
No, I was thinking of Chris Durham. Chris
Oh.
Durham.
Help
Jared
out.
Goff.
Jared Goff.
That's a good one.
Terry Fair.
Boom. Eduardo O'Neal.
Eduardo O'Neal.
Eduardo!
He's in Miami, though. He can't win these tickets. Isn't he from Miami?
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando.
Or Orlando?
I think he's coming up for something. He's coming up for the draft. Yeah. Damn. If you're out of state and not coming
Yeah,
for
if you
opening day.
can't come to opening day, don't try to win the tickets.
All right, who said
Shout
it after
out
him?
Eduardo. He
Who
won.
said it after
He
him?
won.
Hold on.
3-on-3. 3-on-3 Kurt. 3-1-3 Kurt.
3-1-3 Kurt.
No, Eduardo's in the chat every day. Come on, fellas.
Well, he
no, he's
lives
not-
in
he's not-
Orlando.
yeah.
If he can't be here for the game, we're not just going to give him the tickets so they sit in his pocket.
So it goes to 3-1-3 Kurt. If not,
But Eduardo O'Neal, if you're going to be in town for the
Yes.
for
Now we
opening
need
day,
another question.
you won the tickets. If not, we got to do another new question.
another one. No, we gotta give it to 3-on-3.
No, we got to do another one.
Why? His birthday just passed. All right, make it a Pete question. I think we can give it to 3-1-3 Kurt.
No, then we should have gave it to the other guy.
Eduardo?
No, the guy who guessed Xavier Tillman second.
Well, no, it's not a second guess. Like,
It
oh.
was. It's the same exact thing.
Well, your guy wouldn't want to donate it back, so the donation back was like the second question.
Well, Eduardo won it. He can't win it.
That's what I'm saying. And so then it goes to 3-1-3 Kurt.
Well, he technically won them.
Eduardo?
Yeah, so he donates them back to the chat.
Did he donate them back to the chat? Ooh, my favorite teacher, Miss Basilisco. If she's listening. My heart's always yours.
Miss Gouda.
Miss Basilisco.
Gouda.
Just know.
You say if she's listening or she is listening.
If
Just
she
give
is
the
listening.
damn tickets away, says Joey. Well, we're going to give them to a guy in Florida? Keys didn't want them. Eduardo lives in Florida.
What did Eduardo say? When is opening day?
Eduardo,
Just give it to
on
the other
April
guy.
5th. Yeah, April 5th.
April 5th.
He said just give it to the other guy.
Give it to who?
Give it to the other guy?
3-1-3
Steve
Kurt?
Campbell said Xavier Tillman.
Hey, we'll figure this out during the break.
Is it break time?
Yeah, we'll give it to 3-1-3 Kurt.
We
All
got.
right.
He
Yeah,
said,
his birthday just passed too.
all right, 3-1-3 Kurt, you won the tickets.
Yay.
Congratulations, brother.
Shout out.
Like I said, DM the heavyweights, your email, or if you just want to put your email in the chat.
Don't put your email in the chat. Well, I mean, you can if you want.
You can if you want. Yeah.
But everyone just
Our
has
chat is
your
full of
fucking-
upstanding citizens.
Yeah. All right, send a mailbag questions. We get back.
Shout out Gun Guy, take your pants off.
We'll rattle them off.
That should have been the question.
What?
What's Gun Guy's favorite quote? That's the next one. Next time we do a giveaway.
Have
that's
we
what's
seen
gonna
him
be.
say anything else?
Yeah, he said one other thing today. It was the first time I seen it.
What'd he say?
DPJ wide receiver 3. Well, let me tell you guys about Big Boy. Seafood Fest is back at Big Boy. Catch it while you can. Dive into the fish and chips. Their new Parmesan crusted cod, perfectly fried clam strip platter, or delicious fish sandwich. A Big Boy must try the new mango iced tea, the ultimate compliment for their popcorn shrimp, shrimp Alfredo, or shrimp stir fry. Every day is a fish fry at Big Boy. And don't forget, every Friday night, the all-you-can-eat seafood buffet only at Big Boy.
Every year, after a cold and dreary winter, Metro Detroiters come together for two things: Tigers baseball and the best damned party in the world. A new season of Tigers baseball is here, and we're bringing in the new season as only Woodward Sports knows how. Broadcasting live from the biggest party. It's the Grand Slam Festival at the Detroit Opera House. Come party with 4,000 Detroit sports fans, starting with Wake Up Woodward and rolling into Big D Energy. This is a party you don't want to miss, with Detroit's best DJs, food trucks, and of course, shots. Get your tickets now at GrandSlamFest.com. 21 plus. See you April 5th at the Grand Slam Fest.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
The new Glorious. I burped there. The new Glorious Ice Water Bubble Cash Pre-Roll. Now with diamonds, and diamonds are forever, baby.
Diamonds
Constantly
are
pushing
forever.
to create the best cannabis experience. The perfect boost comes from added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest terps, making the best even better. Glorious Cannabis. Check us out at your local realtor or go to gloriouscannabis.com. Back to the heavy.
What up, though, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. Breaking news: Dylan Larkin on the ice for warm-ups. Dylan Larkin. It's a very high probability that he is playing tonight in a must-win game against the New York Islanders. You love to hear that. I saw the first. Eduardo O'Neill had the first mailbag question. Oh, wait, no. John effing Lord did. He said, mailbag, you guys going to hash bash? Probably not.
Not my thing.
It was cool when weed was illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah, like I went
Yeah.
up there a couple times when weed was legal, and that was cool. But
I've
now,
never
like,
been.
we can smoke outside whenever you want. Really.
Pete, have you been?
Oh, yeah, back in the day.
Is it a
hell
good time?
yeah, dude.
Hash bash is fun. I mean,
Yeah?
it's just like
It's fun when you're younger.
yeah, it's like hundreds of people standing in a circle smoking
weed, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like live shows. Like I think Willie Nelson was there one year when I was there. It's pretty cool.
Contact buzz galore.
Yeah. Eduardo O'Neill, mailbag. You guys can have one. Lions embarrassing Dallas in Dallas or next year or San Francisco. Dallas in Dallas. Dallas for
all
sure.
day.
Yeah. San Francisco would be cool, but Dallas for sure.
I just hate Dallas.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
If
Nick?
you're booking a win in San Francisco, I think that's the harder place to win. So I'm booking San Fran because I think we win in Dallas either way.
Everybody's calling me crooked. Everybody's saying it's rigged. Hey, Eduardo O'Neill, Keys to Wisdom won. He said give him back to the chat. So we did it again. Eduardo O'Neill won. He said give him the 313 Kirk. So we're just doing what the winner said.
I was just asking Nick something. You don't want the revenge back against the way Cowboys fans were talking like they won that game, like they were like the dominant or better team. I need to go. I hate the fact that it's back in Dallas, but I would love to just fucking rip their hearts out, stomp on them.
I understand that 100%. I just look at it like we're going to win in Dallas no matter what next year. So if we can embarrass San Fran after what happened, losing a, 17-point lead in the second half, I would like to do that in San Francisco to exercise our demons from the NFC Championship game.
Luigi Gaming, Sleepy Easy and Crooked Spitty.
Next mailbag, the away fan. Why isn't Chris Osgood in the Hall of Fame? Beats me, man. It's criminal. Carey Price.
I'm a criminal.
Carey Price is in the Hall of Fame, right? And Chris Osgood isn't. That is a malfeasance. Where's the next one? Mailbag, Eduardo O'Neill. What are reasonable expectations for the Lions defense and J-Mo next year? Lions defense, I said top 15. And then Jameson Williams, I'll say 800 to 900 yards and 8 to 10 touchdowns.
The J-Mo one's tough. I'd have to look at what he did the
Maybe
back
less
half of the season.
touchdowns.
Holy shit! I thought somebody was standing outside staring at us.
Yeah,
just the
I
guy
was about to do this because he was staring into the window for a
was
little
he?
while there.
I felt his presence. That was fucking trippy. Expectations for Lions defense. Top 15. Is that fair to say? Top 15?
Yeah, that's very
J-Mo, this is gonna sound like a hater take, but I'm gonna say 600 to 700 yards. It could be higher, but I'd have to literally look at the numbers, see what he did back half, and get a better feel for it.
Yeah, they're all saying. Danny G says they need your social security number to give you the tickets.
Yes.
Keys to Wisdom said bank account numbers.
Yes. Checking account.
I need your account number, your routing number, your social security number, and your mom's maiden name.
And
if
a
you
current
want
credit
tickets.
card.
Yeah.
Fellas, on the J-Mo one real quick, I'm going to go 1,200 total yards, including rushing, because I think we get him involved a lot more next year when it comes to rushing the rock as well. And I'm going to say 8 touchdowns. 1,200 total yards and 8 tutties.
Okay.
A little bit more of a Debo role.
Yeah. Pete?
I have to be honest with you. I'm kind of distracted by this dude.
Distracted me too.
He's just
chilling.
smoking a cigarette.
Ripping a dart. I haven't had a dart in 5 months.
Good old lung dart.
It's
been 5 months since I had
Look
a
at my
cigarette.
man. He's puffing his brains.
That's
Mailbag. Who would do?
Let the man smoke in peace, Pete.
Who would do most shots at the Grand Slam Fest?
Me.
You're on.
All right, bet.
Oh.
Pussy.
You guys are going to have somebody who
Mailbag. How many games
record
will
it.
Ooh,
I'll
that's
be
a great
down in
question.
Tennessee, sadly.
I can't hear you at all, Nick.
I'll be down in Tennessee, sadly. I said you guys got to get someone to record it. I can't partake.
Mailbag. Thunder and Lightning both hit 1K. Jameer and Monty go crazy. Yeah, they'll both be over if they stay healthy.
A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
A little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning. If they both stay healthy for majority of the season for 14-plus games each, yes, they'll both be over 1,000 yards rushing.
Wings tonight. Spend Mo. You know what I'm going to. Minus 106 for the Red Wings versus minus 113. So the slight lean towards the Islanders tonight. They came into our barn and beat us last time. Spend Mo. Do they do it again?
No. Larkin back.
Wings get the win?
Wings need this win. Islanders are on a snide. Red Wings just got a gutty win over the Blue Jackets. Their captain's back. They win this. Give me Larkin goal and the Wings money line.
I'll take a Larkin point. 2 shots. 2 shots for Raymond.
Give me 2 power play goals too. That power play is going to be back with Dylan Larkin. They're going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to have 2 power play goals. Give me 1 from Larkin and 1 from the Cat.
I'm going to say the Razor. I think Lucas Raymond stays hot in this one, gets a goal tonight. I have to see it to believe it with this team. They came out so slow against Columbus where it was just embarrassing. They cannot come out slow tonight. Put everything in the past, come out, dominate tonight against the Islanders. And real quick on the Tigers, 4 solo shots today from 4 starters for the Detroit Tigers.
Yes.
Meadows, Green, Carey, and Colt Keith, 4 young guys for this team that we need to produce this season. All went yard today. Spenmo, big expectations for those 4?
Love to see it. Love to see it. Those are going to be some of the guys that you need to carry the rotation. Parker Meadows has been lights out so far in the spring, and I love seeing that because he's going to be your leadoff guy. He's going to be your opening day center fielder. Riley Green went oppo. You see Riley getting that ball in the air. He's going to have a great season. I thought it was – and Colt Keats was a piss missile, dude. I think it was 110 off the bat. Like, that dude raked. I love to see that.
Kalamazoo, over under how many games Easy watching Tigers this year?
Ooh.
I just got second job.
52.5.
So I can afford
Under.
cable. So if I get cable again, I'll commit to 20.
20? What is that? Like an eighth of the season?
The hitting sucks. If it's better, the hitting
will be better.
You got to get the MLB package, man.
Bro,
I live off
baseball's
the MLB
just so
package.
fucking boring, bro.
Hey,
The games are faster paced now.
pitch clock.
Yeah.
Bop, 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 bop.
All right, I'll set it at 50.
Give me at least 50.
I'll try to give you guys 50.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for us today.
Write
Pete,
it down so I can mean it.
Appreciate you filling in
Hey,
past couple
I
days,
really
man.
love being with you guys.
You're the GOAT. Pete's the GOAT. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Easy.
Unabomber.
I'm Spencer. Shout out to all of you guys in the Woodward Sports chat
Love
for
you guys.
making it happen.
Thanks for supporting us.
313 Kurt. Like I said, DM us on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll get those tickets to
Hey, the
you.
camera's fixed.
Congratulations on winning. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Go Spartans, baby. Peace.
Go Wings.